Welcome, brothers. In today's video, we will talk about how women over 30 or older are navigating life as singles, many going through divorces. Some use their struggles to convey a message of resentment towards men. But before we proceed, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share your experiences in the comments. This helps the content reach more men who may find it beneficial. Brothers, I'll take a moment to express gratitude for your support. We're back in the YouTube Partner Program, thanks to changes and the support of our fans. We now have Super Chat and stickers again if you want to show your support. Thanks to everyone for following our content. So, without further ado, let's begin.
I am 32 and I have been effectively single during the holidays for the last 10, maybe more, years of my life. I say effectively single because I do not count the years where I was in a long-term situationship or casually dating somebody who wasn't really ready to commit to me, nor do I count the unhealthy relationship that I was in where he refused to acknowledge the holidays or celebrating with me. For a long time, it did hit a lot harder. Being single during the holidays just felt lonelier than other times of year, until I finally decided to proactively change my relationship to being single. Let myself feel my feelings if I was feeling sad or lonely or grieving. And then I focused on changing my self-talk, changing my relationship to what I thought it meant to be single, and actively inviting in more joy, more love, more magic, and more connection in my day-to-day life, especially around the holiday season. It's okay to still desire partnership, but what's even better is to actively enjoy the life experience you're having now rather than waiting until your relationship status changes.
In short, 10 more years of solitude lie ahead. Every time I watch a video on this topic, I always come across the phrase, working on myself, but I fail to understand what they are working on. It seems they mainly focus on improving their economic life and isolating themselves further in solitude. So where is the effort? Many of these women are not nobodies. They are average women who could date an average man. However, none of them likes the average guy because the key wouldn't be working on oneself. The key would be lowering your standards. But many don't want to hear about that. Telling a modern woman to lower her standards is like saying she has a terminal illness. Because there are plenty of men, single men are abundant at the moment. But when a man invites them for coffee to get to know each other, many take it as an offense because of their ridiculous standards. They claim they can't go on coffee dates when all they do is stay at home every day, locked up with a cat.
I'm a survivor of narcissistic abuse. And if you've been on social media at all this week, you've seen the screenshots of the article in the Psychology magazine saying that men are lonely in record numbers, single men. I can't speak for all women, but I can speak for myself and what I believe to be happening. We are done with men who treat us like shit. We are done with men who lie to us. We are done with men who manipulate us, who gaslight us, whose words don't match their actions. We are done with men who think that we should be their mothers, like that video going around of where are all the women who want to make lunches and rub our backs. We're not your parents. We are done with men saying that they don't want to take care of us, that they want a strong woman. So we go out and have this great career and become successful, and then you're threatened by our success. We are done with men who are not emotionally available, who take every single comment that we make as argumentative. We are done with men saying that we are too emotional, labeling us as crazy. We are done with men that we can't actually express our feelings to because you flip the script and say that everything was our fault, that we are the problems. We are done with men who continue to spread lies about us to make themselves look better. We are done with men who create this toxic environment in the home, and then we're the problem when we leave. We are done with men treating us like second-class citizens. We are not the trash that you take out at the end of the week. We are done with you telling us how much you love us and that we are your ride or die, as much as I hate that statement. And then a week later, you're off with someone else. We are done with the men who are cheating on us and think it's perfectly acceptable. We are done with men ghosting us. We are done with the silent treatment. It's abuse. We are done with the fact that you can't just simply say, you're not the right fit for me. And after a first or second date, you just never respond again. We are done with your childish behavior. We are done with you having to be the center of attention all the time. We are done with being lonely in the relationship. We have all been in relationships, long-term relationships, where we as women feel so lonely because no matter what we do, it's never enough. We are done with you saying you're not the person that you were anymore. No, the abuse has changed us. We are done constantly being made to feel like we are compared to every other woman on the planet. Whether we're as pretty as they are, whether we're as in great a shape as they are, we're just done. We are done being made to feel less by you. We are waiting and wondering, when is it your turn to level up? We've done the work. We've been in therapy. We are trying to figure out how to be better women. And you're just out there wondering why we won't accept you as you are. When's it your turn to level up? When are you going to become emotionally available men so that we want to be with you? And I'm so sorry if you feel lonely. Maybe you should wonder how we've felt all along.
The irony here is that men, too, have ended relationships with the modern woman, with the woman sporting unrealistic standards, the one seeking an ATM, the one with father issues and numerous traumas, the one who harbors hatred towards men simply for being men, with the women belonging to the green and pink-haired group, spreading nothing but hate towards men, with the fortune hunter, the one who only wants expensive dates to take photos where everything but you is featured, with the woman who seeks more of a sponsor than a partner, the one searching for a sugar daddy, with the narcissistic woman, the one who believes that her financial success gives her the right to humiliate men, with the woman who comes home wanting to be nothing more than a bossy and abusive authority figure, with the woman seeking the perfect man while complaining about everything he does, with the woman who wants to live dating the Chad, a man who brings nothing to the table but his seed, increasing her body count, and then wanting a serious relationship, with the woman who has Chad's children and then expects the beta provider to support them, all while preaching that a father is the one who raises, not the one who begets, with the woman who can't stay faithful, with the woman possessing masculine energy and not a hint of femininity. We end up with all these women because we've chosen to let them hit the wall, as the wall does not forgive. But look at the difference with a woman who did marry a good man. She doesn't blame the man for her poor choices.
After living 67 years, what general life advice you would give people?
I would say pick your partner very carefully. Looking at their families makes a big difference. I know when I was at your stage and looking for a partner, I didn't really think that their mom and dad mattered that much or wasn't a big factor. But I think as you do grow older, you realize you get to be a lot like your parents yourself, and your partner does too. So we have a pretty good look at who their parents are. I think it's a good thing to do.
What difference, brother, is there in a woman who knows how to choose her partner, a woman who is married, a woman who considered things beyond money, a woman who looked at how her father was, whether she came from a broken home, not a woman who lives blaming men for her poor choices in life, not a woman who dates the current Chads and then blames men, saying there are no good men left in the world, without acknowledging that she likes bad boys who want to save or improve men, men who had red flags from the start. Later, she wants to come for the healthy man, making them pay for all the pain and suffering left by the Chad. This woman looked at how that man was with her father, something I recommend every man always does. Pay attention to how a woman gets along with her father because, believe me, that's how she'll relate to men. So where is the whole story of women working on themselves? Because in the end, all the blame falls on the man. Just look at the following video, a woman blaming men for her poor choices, commenting on this video.
7 years, what general life advice you would give people?
I would say pick your partner very carefully.
Instead of picking a partner, most women marry the enemy. Someone who's controlling, someone who wants to have power over you so they can feel better about themselves. Most women marry a bully. Then they wonder why can't they make progress in their business, in their career? Why they feel so small? Why they can't put themselves out there? Why can't they do public speaking? Because you feel small. Because you live with a bully, someone who constantly takes you down. Our environment matters. The people that you surround yourself with can make or break you. Women make bad choices because of 2 reasons. 1, upbringing. Your parents were your first bullies and therefore you pick another bully, continuing the familiar cycle. 2nd, the path of least resistance. When you made a decision to commit, you needed someone. You fell for their words and ignored their actions. The person that you pick to be your partner is a testament to how confident you really are, how much you value yourself. Everybody's confident until they have to do something for yourself. Advocating for yourself, promoting yourself, results don't lie. When you opt into the wrong relationships, you stay stuck.
They see the discourse of these women, blaming even their parents because they failed, choosing their partners themselves. Remember that the woman has the power of partner choice and deciding who enters her bed, while the man holds the power of commitment. But what does the woman use that privilege for? To go with the current Chad, turning herself into just another one of many, and then blaming the man because she didn't know how to close her legs. This is like the man who has no results in life. You look at his habits, see that he doesn't read, doesn't exercise, doesn't study, can't even maintain a decent haircut. Yet he envies the results of a man who does work on himself, blaming everything from the government to anything but himself because every system is flawed, except he is miserable. Brother, I have never believed in victimhood, which is why this woman doesn't look in the mirror and ask herself why she didn't pay attention to the family background of this man, why she didn't check if he works, who he associates with, why she followed her drunk friend and ended up sleeping with Chad at a party. Why do they keep listening to toxic women who can't find a partner? They don't analyze anything. That's why they hit the wall. That's why I doubt what they'll achieve in therapy, because they don't learn anything. They keep crashing into the same wall.
This. I remember seeing a TikTok where this well-known flight attendant, she's well-known on TikTok, she made some sort of comment about how the right thing for single people to do if they're asked to give up their seat is to give up their seat. No. I think the only time I ever would be if it was like a super young child, and only then if I was able to still have an aisle seat, because that's pretty much always what I pick. If I was being asked to switch with an elderly person, I'd probably just say yes, even if it relegated me to a middle seat. But I just don't agree with people who think that no matter what, single people should have to change their seats. They shouldn't, and it's not okay to pressure them.
Brothers, we are at a critical moment in history where laws have to be constantly changed because people now want to break free from the mold. Instead of laws being applied for the benefit of everyone, they are now tailored to benefit a few who cannot adapt to the system. This trend will continue throughout all times. It is predicted that by 2030, over 45% of women will be single. This tells us that many new laws will have to be implemented because there are laws even for paying fewer taxes as a couple. However, with marriage on the decline, more and more laws will be modified for a life of solitude. Dark times are coming, brothers, in these recent years. We've reached the end of the video, but before we go, the questions are for you. What advice would you give to these single women? Do you think men are also tired of the modern woman? If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Your support means the world to us and motivates us to create more content. Stay tuned for the next exciting video from The Wall.